I've no idea what that was about. Other than I have no idea why I'm doing this. Good evening, salutations. It's Thursday. Not that there's much to celebrate for Thursday, really. Other than Glasgow's a fucking brilliant city, and oh my god, the people of Pollock Shields just you are wonderful. You were just everything about what this city is. Sorry, I just had to say that because I had been, well, I watched a bit of footage of what was unfolding um, down there this afternoon, and yeah, I'm amazed that there was a kind of resolution to it that happened that actually meant that the people who had been detained were released. And yeah, just amazing, 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 amazing. So, you know, as a new resident to the city, it just really compounded everything of the reason why I felt this was the place calling. This is the place to be. Um, yeah, it is how some things are said about this city is, well, not just Glasgow itself, but the whole of Scotland. You know, this place builds bridges and not walls, and yeah, it was a completely wonderful show and example of that this afternoon. Um, yeah, couldn't be prouder to be living here. And I don't usually have that kind of patriotic, jingoistic, yes, kind of attitude for anywhere really, but yeah, really, really felt it this afternoon and this evening, just given what happened. People making a stand for a good and just and valid reason, you know. Yeah, really good. So there's that. that's to be, applauded and feel positive about and good. So yeah, good things. People, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? They just, make good actions on a Thursday. Not that it has anything to do with it being a Thursday, but hey, yeah, it just adds a little extra reason for it to be celebratory. um, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm doing this. I really don't. Other than I have been enjoying, pardon me, a bit snuffly, then the news quiz this afternoon. So really, in between partaking, being in the audience for the news quiz, from the time of like seeing what was unfolding in Pollock Shields to partaking in the news quiz to coming out from that and then seeing that the people have been released from the van, and it all kind of came to a sort of good and just conclusion, at least for now anyway, that yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, well, enjoy the news quiz. Absolutely hilarious. Sorry, you're gonna hear ASAP because he is just badgering me for biscuits that are not up here. You are not getting any. Behave yourself. Come on. There are no bickies. You can't have any yet. You can have some soon. Not yet. You be a good boy. Be good. Nah, that's an alien word to you, isn't it? Good. You don't know what it means, do you, kid? I'm gonna pause a minute because I can feel that I need to see to this nose. God damn it. Only 1 minute. Let's see how that lasts, how long that lasts and goes on for. Hopefully it'll be okay. I got really incredibly he's gonna stop and go to bed now. But he's gonna protest about it while he's doing it. It's a lot of shit. These two like really they both back chat. Like they do you know, like just if you told like when we had Chrissy and I said to Chrissy like no you can't or don't do that or whatever, it never really I never got any of this sort of like back chat thing like I get from these two. Like so anything that you get from Chrissy that was kind of funny or quirky, it was a bit weird. It was like she didn't really like to be touched very much. So if you like approached her and she was like sitting on the windowsill or something and she wasn't really like being kind of, I don't know what's the term, like, you know, spatially aware that you were approaching her or anything and you put your finger on her, you like sort of not poked it but like you just kind of like placed your finger on it like hey. She'd go like just like don't touch me. Whereas these two, especially ASAP, like ASAP is bad. Like he's really whingy. And he's like really clingy to me. Like I call him a sucky boy, and like he's like my mummy's boy. Like he just like this morning. Okay, like I'm feeling a little better than I have been the past 48 hours. Like Tuesday, like I was incredibly bummed. I was incredibly bummed about the car hire falling through. So like Tuesday, I should have really like motivated myself to just get out and do something anyway, but I didn't. I just kind of just went. I can't go to places that I want to go, and I can't do what I want to do, and so I just ended up just kind of bumming about here at home and didn't really take advantage of the good weather or do anything. So, and then that just, you know, compounded the feelings of like just feeling bummed and feeling down, and it's been that kind of thing again where I don't know, being kind of menopausal and ridiculously over emotional and missing people and also just, you know how I am and I don't have to explain it really, I guess. I mean, anyone who's come here and visited over the past year or so probably is used to the roller coaster that seems to show itself when I am. Yeah, so this morning I was still kind of like, well, I wasn't feeling so bad, but I just woke up incredibly tired and didn't want to particularly get out of bed. And for a very unusual sort of change, they weren't really kicking off or crying or making their presence known at the door. So I was like, well, if I can't hear them and they're not crying, I'm just gonna like stay here for a while. And I don't know, and then what happened? Well, the alarm went off, and I was like, yeah, snooze. Then put on snooze and it goes off again 5 minutes later. So 5 minutes later, it went off again. I just went, oh, snooze. Next time it went off, I just went, nope, off. I heard the other half get up. And so I was like, oh, she's up. Yeah, she can do with the kids. I'm just going to lay here. Fell back to sleep for a while, and I really kind of properly sort of slept in this morning. Didn't get out of bed until whatever goddamn time it was. About, I don't know, 9:30 or some crap like that. It's fairly late. Which now for me sounds really weird for me to say 9:30 is late. But it is now at the moment for me, because I could just, I'm usually up around 7 now with these two. Yeah, my sleep here normally would be like 7:30 at the latest, like if I just stay in bed for a bit and, put the alarm on snooze a few times, like it would be like 7:30 at the latest I'll get up. So this morning was a bit of a lay-in. And why was I talking about laying in this morning? What was that leading to? I need a rewind button. Oh my god, I need a rewind button. I need a rewind brain. Why do I get such brain fog? Oh, yeah. The menopause thing, I guess. I don't know. Why was I talking about sleeping in? There must have been a reason. Don't know, can't remember. Oh my god. Honestly. I've complete mental blank. Sorry. I know. I've watched this back and I'll go, that's where you were going with the thing, and why? It's just like puffs of smoke or something. It's like it's just disappears. Oh, friggin' hell. So bad. Oh, now I remember, because I'm looking over going, oh, he's been quiet at the moment, thank God. Him. The kid. The whingy kid. The mummy's boy, the sook. Even though they were looked after by the other half this morning. As soon as I was, kind of like conscious and awake and getting myself like, just sorry. We're just friends. I'm just, you know, separating the jugs out. Jesus Christ. Oh, fucking hell. I'm, if they use proper English, I'm laying here. I had, well, my favourite term that he uses, I had wakened up. And I could hear him at the door, just like knowing, like he was savvy to the fact that I was awake, and was just whinging at the door and scratching at the door, like, I know you're awake, Mum, let me. He's just such a sook, honestly, like, just. But when he doesn't get attention, he's a complete shit. Like, he picks at stuff and gets into stuff, and he does stuff that he knows is going to antagonize and annoy. Like, he'll scratch at my photos, or he like tries to pick at things and, you know, chew things and break things. I found bits of plastic earlier on today, over here, and just, well, in front of me, like, you know, where all my memorabilia is. One of the containers over this side. There was some plastic there, like the bits of chewed up plastic bag, and I'm like, where the hell's this come from? What have you got that you've chewed? So there was just bits of this bag and no sign of where the main bit of the plastic come from. And only just a few minutes ago, I was looking to see where Sultan was, and she was in the house. Never get this back in place. I'll go try and do it this way. So, like, oh my god. Oh my god, you can see the boulder holders. That's not good. Like, inside, where am I? Inside this thing in the house, and this tube that is there, that's where ASAP is at the moment, and you can see Sultan is, where am I? Sultan is on the bed there. But just when I first came up here, Sultan was inside the house. With... Sorry. I really shouldn't have moved this. Oh, God. Oh, God, it's really skew now. There we go. With what was the rest of this plastic bag. I have no idea what was in this plastic bag, where it came from, how he got it. It would have been ASAP. Sultan doesn't just go and randomly, sorry, I really need to adjust this again, randomly get plastic bags and choose on them. She doesn't do that kind of stuff. It's him that does that kind of stuff. So, oh god, it's gone so friggin' skew now. I shouldn't have moved it around. I should have just said over there. And now all my crappy stuff's on display. I am getting rid of this. This is all the stuff that is keeping the jigsaw puzzle from hell. Or like safe. Because I haven't done anything with it in months. So I'm deciding that I'm going to put it away. It's going to be rolled up in the mat thing And it's going to be put away until such time as I can get a frame that it can go in. It's going to go in unfinished because I can't finish it. I refuse to finish it. I'm not going to do this bloody white thing. It's just going to bloody infuriate me. I'm not even going to try. Look at all this. How long it's taken me to get this thing back in place. Ah, that'll do. I don't care anymore. Except I'm still going to move it. Oh, god damn. Look at all that. Okay. Oh god, that's horrible. Oh, I had this in a good place for a change. Why did I go move it? God damn idiot. There we go. That's I can see from the legs that's kind of where it was. But that's not how high it was. Oh, by friggin' Jesus. And it's skewy. Fucking. That'll do. There we go. Despite the subject matter and things, I have enjoyed doing the posts that I've been doing. Even though they've been a little bit kind of, sycophantically lovelorn kind of ridiculous. I don't know. When I'm at my kind of worst, it is, I don't know. Yeah. I can't really talk about it. I don't want to talk like the way I write. I can't. Because that would be incredibly embarrassing. But yeah, things have been pretty kind of, I don't know whether it is. I don't know what it is. Do I just blame the menopause? Is it the other things? Is it just me? Am I just emotionally retarded? I don't know. What the hell? I overthink. I place too much emphasis on things that just, I don't know. But I was down on myself for not getting out on Tuesday just to try and make something of the day. Anyway, too disappointed that all the stuff that I talked about that I was looking forward to doing all fell through, where I was going. And go to Falkirk and go to the Wheel and go to the Kelpies and, go up to Kincardine and walk our way through and, all of that. I was really looking forward to the idea of all of that happening, that we'd see those things and, maybe we'd cross the Forth and see the bridge and might have just taken a little meander along, just got out the car and had a little perusal of South Queensbury and gone down to Portobello Beach. Tried to find the exact location of the poster. Yeah, just, I don't know. So when there was no chance of that really happening, I'm just kind of, instead of just going, no, come on, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps and just do something else. Figure out something else. I mean, I did just go, I'll just go into the city instead. I haven't been to the Clyde for ages. I'll just go to the Green and take a stroll along the Clyde and, that'll be nice. Just couldn't get motivated to do it. But I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm definitely going to do it tomorrow. Because I hope it is. I haven't looked to see whether for sure it is, but I think the weather is going to be, well, fantastic tomorrow, but at least going to be dry. It's probably kind of going to be like today, which, that'd be great for taking photographs at least. It's always better when it's overcast and not streaming with sunshine to take some nice photos, so that'll be good. I don't know, maybe I'll go somewhere else. Maybe I might venture into the south side again. Might go to Pollock Country Park. I don't know. I want to see coos. I want to see Highland cows. That's the only place I know that's accessible right to me right now where there is the potential of seeing Highland cows is at Pollock Country Park. So I might go there, maybe. I don't know. But I'll probably just end up at the Green and take a stroll along the Clyde. Probably. Might end up at Partey. Venture into the Morrisons. Or maybe I might end up going and having a keek and the Morrisons at Gallagate, because I want to see what the Morrisons at Gallagate is like. I keep forgetting that, just up the way past Barrows. Oh, that's a thing too. Sorry, I'm just thinking, oh yeah, there's the thing, isn't there? There's that mural on the side, the Shuggie Bain thing that I have yet to go and have a look at yet. So I could do that. That might be good. Other than that, not a lot done. Not a lot going on, really. But I have a little more to talk about than this, really. But there you go. Don't really have a lot to talk about, actually. Don't want it to be too much of a woe is me story. Oh man, look at the weather. It's like just crappy for as far as the eye can see. So sunshine and showers all until, well, Tuesday. See you next Tuesday, bitch. Tuesday looks alright until kind of the middle of the day. And there's a sort of sunshine showers kind of vibe going on, but maybe Tuesday might be alright. For what? I don't know. Yeah, sorry. I should just not be kind of, I don't know. Let's see what that one's like. Oh. Sorry, I don't want to bury my head in it. What else was I going to talk about? No idea. Just rabbit holes, I guess. Rabbit holes and the things I've been kind of discovering. The old Flirtico one. And then that leading on to, well, the review. So into the whole period at the moment. And I can't get enough of Sons and Fascination right now. Like the actual track itself. Like I just, and the bootlegs. I love the bootlegs. I mean, they're in varying degrees of quality, but they just, yeah. Oh, The Crowd. I was listening to one last night, I was actually starting to fall asleep, but was woken up by just the roar of the crowd at the end of a song. I think it was it the end of I Travel? I think it was. Listening to, what was I listening to? I think it was 29th of December 81 at Tiffany's. I wish I could have been around for Tiffany's gigs. I really do. I think it was that I was listening to. Have to see. I think it might have been I Travel. Let's see. I'm gonna zoom through it. I'm not gonna. It should be live, so it shouldn't matter. Let's see. Listen to that. Lucky people, you lucky people, you. In so many different ways at the moment, because, well, you know, there ain't just anything going on gig-wise at the moment. But yeah, and then just that. I was asleep because that's from, well, I say Tiffany's, 29th of December 81, because I bloody love that version of Sons and Fascination from that gig. And then, so Changeling started to, well, yeah, I started to fall asleep during 30 frames. And it was like solidly gone through I travel, and then just come back round for that those end final seconds and that crowd roar, like, just wow. Yeah. Also, just, yeah, just, oh, that's what I did last night, and that was very enjoyable. I did another sort of thing, a Zoom esque thing. Um, I started following Chris Leslie on Instagram. I didn't even know Chris Leslie had Instagram and Twitter accounts, but I started following him on Instagram, like, just only like earlier in the week or over the weekend. Um, Once I realized he had an account, and I can't even remember how I got to know that he did. I think someone else I was following, I was looking at their following list and saw that they were following him or something. It's just, all these rabbit holes that I've been going down lately. And so I was like, oh my god, I didn't know Chris Leslie was on social media. I'll give him a follow. And then he was saying about he was going to be taking part in this, like, talk of this presentation of, I forget what it was labeled, hang on. But it was like, kind of, he was kind of showing his work. He'd done work where he started, I think he was saying he was at university, and when he was at the University of Glasgow, he was doing a thesis on, well, like, the aftermath of, or the war itself and the aftermath of the Balkan wars kind of thing, and went and documented the destruction, the bombing of the residential areas and the buildings and everything. And then he was starting to photograph Glasgow and the tower blocks and their dilapidation, and, well, not just the tower blocks and the tenements, and then dilapidation, and how he started to see similarities visually between both of the things, that these tower blocks and tenements, and how sort of vacant, run down, and ruinous and dilapidated they were allowed to become once the people sort of went out of the areas. There was a kind of parallel sort of look going on, that it kind of could sort of, it did make bits of Glasgow look war torn. Yeah, I mean, and amazing stories. Like, he didn't really share them, but he kind of, spoke in passing of, it wasn't just the documentation that he was doing visually of the buildings, but the people who had lived in them as well. And talking about this lady, he was concentrating on the bits of like the tower blocks and tenements around Dalmarnock, and that there was a lady in one of the tenement buildings in Dalmarnock, and she was like the only person left in this block. She didn't want to move. And they gave her, I think he said they offered her 29,000 for her place. Like, she wasn't eligible to be relocated, I guess, because she owned her, you know, her tenement flat. And they offered her 29,000, which she didn't accept, and they ended up having to like forcibly remove her, which was pretty sad. You wonder kind of like, where'd she go? What happened to her? There was this like, because it was open up to questions afterwards. I didn't know this, but this lady asked a question, and I couldn't believe that this was an actual proposal. I could kind of understand it, but I couldn't, like, I could understand, like, put, you know, a line of thinking behind it, but it's very skewed kind of thought. Anyway, this lady asked a question. She goes, "Oh, you remember when, like, we were kind of leading up to the Commonwealth Games, and there was the proposal to to demolish some of the flats as a showcase of the opening ceremony of the Commonwealth Games." Which seemed like, just, I was going like, wow, what a strange idea. Like, whoever thought this up, like, what? You know? I mean, what was the idea behind it? Like, welcome to Glasgow, out with the old, in with the new. Like, what the... Like, that it would be deemed kind of spectacle. I mean, were they thinking like, oh, people love those, you know, the Sony Bravia adverts with the Tory Glen flats, and, you know, like, what was the thinking behind it? It's really goddamn weird. Well, I can't even imagine what it would have been like had they just went, oh yeah, this sounds like a really great idea, let's run with that. I'm sure people will love that, you know, like... Strange idea, very strange, but yeah, I mean, I didn't know about that until last night, and the lady was sort of, you know, kind of saying to him, like, what were your feelings about that? Really weird idea. Obviously someone had some common sense somewhere along the line and went, you know, that's probably just a bit of a strange kind of idea that, you know, everyone's gonna, like, really enjoy watching some buildings being knocked down. I don't know, strange. Anyway, the thing was really good, and I didn't know that he actually, I mean, I'd been to his page before, I think, because somebody in there, you know, this is my year thing or whatever he did. There was a post, wasn't there, in January that he did about like these were my highlights of the year of lockdown kind of thing. I can't remember how he labeled it. And he mentioned Chris as his kind of like photographer of the year sort of thing. I think he might have posted a link to Chris's website. There was this best of 2020, these are mine. How about you? And under best photographer, I know he just said Chris Leslie / disappearing Glasgow. Chris was saying in the thing last night that the book is out of print. God damn it. Which means I will have to kind of... Anyway, that was the point I was going to make, is that he mentioned disappearing Glasgow in the thing and that the book is out of print, but there is a website like disappearing-glasgow.com, which I didn't know that like all the pictures are kind of there as opposed to going to chrisleslie.com, I think. Which they are kind of there too, but I didn't realise that, yeah, but there was an actual dedicated disappearing Glasgow website and actual web address link for it. But he says they're all like bits of things, like videos and things and interviews where he spoke to the residents that have been living in the flats and things. So I need to peruse that more. And we got privy to a little thing last night, to a very a short documentary that he said will be officially out next month. And we were a bit privy to it last night, of a kind of, yeah, it's again working on those parallels of like talking about post-war Balkan times, but comparing it to visually the emptiness of Glasgow during lockdown, and narrated by a refugee from the wars. So yeah, it was kind of, it was a poignant piece. Very nicely put together. Hopefully, you know, we're kind of out of that bit too. And, you know, you got the stuff that's going on in Palestine, in Gaza. Why do we still go through this shit? Why do we still have this kind of conflict? Why can we not see each other as just human and wanting the same things and having the same desires? And we just, I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. I didn't want it to be a downer. I didn't want it to end on a downer. So, I don't know. I don't know how I salvage it. Other than to say, well, you know, I'm going to be going out and walking and trying to just, you know, it's hard to, like, when you know these things are going on and you just feel so, I do anyway, you just feel so selfish and insular, like, just kind of like, you know, and you count your blessings. You do count your blessings, because I've never had to go through anything like that, ever. I mean, I've had some really scary shit happen to me, but I mean, I have been under siege. But not in that way, you know. I mean, that was scary enough in itself, but like never been that, you know, never been permanently under siege and living in a place where even to just step outside, you just, you know, I can't imagine it. I mean, what? We were under siege for like 3 hours or something. I can't imagine timesing that by 10 or 30 or horrible. And all because of like a place where you were born. A place where you have no control over, that's where you ended up being. It's just how it is. It's just geography. It's not anything to. There's not anything beyond, you know, in your control. As a child, you know, it's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Oh god, this has ended on really something really kind of. I got these, and I've got this place, and I've got my babies, and I've got some semblance of faculties, and I've got the ability to just go out and do things, even though, you know, I haven't really been able to do that of late, but there's always been ways and means around that. It's always been the opportunity to at least step out the door and be relatively safe doing so, and to be able to go out for a walk and just have freedoms that so many other people don't. And so I'm going to enjoy some of that freedom tomorrow.